I'm not starting the stream on these threats of Shadowgate. I'm starting the stream because it's time to start the stream. What the heck? Threatened in my place of work. This is unbelievable.
Shadowgate.
Yo, what up?
I know lawyers.
Shadowgate.
I've met a lawyer before.
It's fun to stay at the ALW. It's fun to stay at the ALW.
The ALW?
No, I meant to say LAW. No, fuck. Shadowgate, free money.
What the fuck is the ALW?
It's the attorney lawyers
World.
world. Yeah.
Attorney law. Is that a JoJo?
Oh shit.
What?
I've been
No.
streaming for 2 seconds.
No, it's
And
not.
the cat is noticed.
Cat,
Cat wants you to play Shadowgate.
welcome to Farewell
Awesome.
My Turnabout, Cat.
Welcome to Farewell, my Part 2 trial.
This is Farewell Turnabout.
Where, I don't know, saying shit's gone bad.
I just know that Phoenix Wright's gonna be in it.
That's,
You need a
I'm feeling pretty good about that one.
verdict.
I don't know. That's debatable, honestly.
You guys know it's March 22nd?
Are you gonna stream?
In a second I will. Did you guys know it's March 22nd?
Yep.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's March 22nd.
I woke up and I was like, oh damn, March 22nd.
Oh, February feels like it's gone.
The day crabs fries.
I wish. What's that thing by the couch?
It's a painting.
No, on the floor.
A tree.
No, on
A
the other
tree?
side.
A
The
table.
floor?
You can't just call the bailiff a thing.
I think Freems meant on the right side of the couch.
The wall.
This game
You're
sucks.
correct.
Freems is on the right side of history right now.
It's Matt Arngard. Chat, dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews.
I read that as not cool.
I also read that as not cool, dude.
Don't do it again.
Don't say that again.
Don't say it. She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
Oh my god, he's so deep.
I'm so eepy.
EP disease.
See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Oh, then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida. Why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the end of the time this trial's over. What the fuck? I fucked that sentence up. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude?
Why would you say that?
Because it's my catchphrase and my motto. I'm very on brand.
Phoenix. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impacts' missing suicide note, right?
Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss
Fucking
Impacts
friend.
suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it.
It's Juan Corrida, the victim of this murder.
And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the suicide note back.
That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me.
What?
Who was it that first told us about their relationship? better stated, Miss Andrews' dependencies issues with regards to Miss Impacts.
It was Edgeworth.
Looks like he's still the one in command of this ship.
Oh, fuck.
Don't let your guard down yet.
It's only day 1 of this trial. And there's, you know, a kidnapping plot too, so I'm sure that will be relevant eventually. Like outside of it.
It's just... Oh.
Outside of it just being like a part of it. Like I'm assuming there's a reason this happened. Besides just, actually, I'm the kidnapper. I just love causing problems.
What does the kidnapper Galactan have to say?
I'm the kidnapper and I love causing problems.
Ah shit, well then you got it.
So glad. Got it in one.
Man, I hate people who cause problems. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Kuroda's room.
It's weird that we just
Never
kind
say
of...
that name correctly.
It's kind of weird that we just started with Old Bag at all, really.
You're so important.
What is your occupation? I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Ingard.
Nice book. I see.
I'm reading a book.
Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing,
I'm not. What are you reading? That's what I'm wondering.
and I would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim.
No, okay. Sure.
It's Shadowgate, by the way. After all, it was the topic
What?
of a certain weekly magazine recently.
You're not reading Shadowgate. I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter. Was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing.
I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that.
I am. I mean, no one's... Yeah.
Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
The loser over there is accusing you, but he's not important. Well, I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
Yeah, sure.
There he is.
I found out. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well, then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
When I found the body.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. There's a cutscene. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
And didn't drink it. You poured yourself a glass of juice?
Yes. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Yes, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing.
Disrupt her pacing?
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand?
Okay.
Body
Let's
was
fuck
discovered.
A body has been discovered.
Yes.
Hold it. What was Mr. OnGuard doing at the time?
He was taking a nap.
Okay.
There he is, taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony.
He was so tired.
And he slept like a log.
This CG makes it look like she's like half his size.
Yeah, she looks fucking tiny.
I mean, she is fucking tiny.
She
But,
is
like-
tiny. But it's true.
Mr. OnGuard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes?
Excuse me? What are you? Objection. Right. I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. I'm going grammar.
What?
Grammar on your ass, right. If you can't make a sensible sentence with the subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Unguard's knife from his room? No.
I'm really thinking, okay.
He was really thinking about how easy that was, right? Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue.
This was just needless, but like, rude.
Yeah, what the fuck, Edgeworth?
I'm just talking. Why did you do that?
As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance for the other heroes.
So the show is supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Tell me more. Is that the only reason?
I beg your pardon? What are you implying?
You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim?
Sorry, but I don't have any such intentions in mind at that time.
I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess.
May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? A body was discovered.
Hold it, no way. You were in shock?
Was I not supposed to be?
Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corrida.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock, much like me fumbling that sentence. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked.
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I see. I'm just the well of commentary today.
Picture.
Picture. No! This is the photo you're referring to, correct?
Picture. Yes, the one with the knife lodged into his chest.
And the guitar case was like this too?
Yeah, it was open and empty, of course. And then, what did you do next, witness?
Pour myself some tasty juice. Hold it. Juice?
Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
I'm just a little thirsty.
I drank the whole glass.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left on the wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind was really a complete blank at the time.
Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you.
Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind. It's no big deal.
Probably shouldn't say that, no. What was she starting to
huge
say just
deal.
now? That's the most suspicious thing I've ever fucking heard. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I. I'm sorry. It's just it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
What the fuck? That's terrible. Worst witness ever. Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry, I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add, and I didn't touch anything else. I was the one that knocked the flower vase over where it fell onto the guitar case.
I'm so to that, but let me press this normally first. Hold it! What kind of flower vase was it? This matters.
It was a glass vase, and was fairly big and heavy.
I meant brand.
Mr. Wright, I don't know brands. It's not my brand, it's not your brand, and I thought I would try to take the Juan's pulse. So I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser. That's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase.
That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself.
That's what she would like people to think.
My parentheses are not safe to anyone sitting next to me.
Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality.
It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now.
I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to
Keep on the offensive and not let up.
The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence.
I have to find something. I just have to. For Maya's sake. I have a guess, but I need to reread what I got. Because there's some water, but only on top of the lid. And it should have already been opened. So, wait, that was really delayed. You testify that you knocked a flower vase over. Is this correct?
Yes.
And are you sure it fell into the guitar case?
Is there some problem with what I said?
It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testify that the vase fell into the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Oh my god, I can't believe this matters. I want to go home. That's very true. Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case. What is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. I should have brought my water with me before I started streaming. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what is wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case.
Objection. What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all?
Objection! No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
Objection. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing in this case at all.
I'm blinking. That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? Yes. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this. But it is you, right?
I can't believe I'm doing this either. Alright, I'll follow along. For now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna fill up my water bottle real quick. So I'll be back in like 3 seconds. But more than that.
Alright,
Water.
We can talk about water in Shadowgate.
Water and water and water.
Water and water and water. I can hear Freem getting the water right now.
I can also hear the water.
It's incredible. It's like we're really in Freem's room right now. With them getting the water. It's so immersive. Such stream.
Like we're really in the water.
Like we're really in the water. Just like that water from the vase that fell on the guitar case.
Oh
Like
shit!
we're really in the guitar case.
We're really in the
Point of
guitar
view,
case,
you are in the
guys.
guitar case.
God. Man, they're really in the guitar case.
Yo, what up?
We're in
How's
the
the
guitar,
guitar case?
What?
We're in the guitar case.
You're in the
We're in the
We're in the
guitar.
guitar case.
What are you
Oh,
doing
sorry.
We're in the
guitar
guitar
case.
case.
Get out of the guitar case.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all, like the lawyers. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
Using any way to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man.
What the fuck, Edgeworth?
It's really on
Just
your ass
talking.
today.
Holy crap. Oh, but
Dazed.
during your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind?
Well, you see,
Are you sure you are the one who opened the guitar case?
She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not.
Sounds like your dependent side is taking over. Well, Miss Andrews, my judge voice is all fucked up today.
yes. Yeah, it was me. Yes, it was me. Suppose I was
Oh,
opening the
that-
guitar case.
So you opened the guitar case then?
Yes. Well, maybe.
Oh, she's tilted. Why did you open the guitar case?
Huh?
Mr. Corrida's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case.
Objection. As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed. Maybe I
Man, I love whenever the judge hmms.
Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it.
Why would she care about the bright red guitar?
But, getting back on topic. It's not a big deal.
Hold it! Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside.
Objection. How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention.
Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Right! Sorry.
Poor Mr. Right.
God damn. Even I don't. It's the mysteries of the world, like the pyramids. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body?
Yes, that's probably it.
I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try.
Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now.
I wasn't planning on letting up, but...
She's at her weakest now, so this is our chance.
yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with.
Sure, a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found.
I need to go digging.
Digging like the pyramids, right?
Pyramid moment.
Pyramid gaming.
There's Corrida's fingerprints. Oh, well that means Corrida opened it. It's probably I must have opened it. I'm just doing this in this hot second.
Not ready for instantly winning.
Did not ask for why I opened it. Well, that's the reason. So yeah, I must have opened it. Well, the fingerprints say otherwise. Let me just make sure I don't have like a thing over here that I forgot about. I have a lot over here. Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the button, like in that fucking photo, I literally thought it was an egg.
Egg, you do have a lot of evidence.
Yeah, I forgot about all this shit. Suicide. Juan died. Knife. Lotta's photo of the samurai. But, I mean, this still makes sense.
Apparently.
There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear. I'm very smart. Fuck you, Edgeworth. Because the only
Good
fingerprints
heavens.
on this guitar case are those of the victim. Oh my god, I can't believe we're talking about fingerprints again. I don't have those. What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now that I remember, I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange. The glass has her fingerprints. You're wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
What? Oh, that small wine glass. Take that.
Small wine glass.
I have your
Small
proof
wine
right
glass.
here. This
Proof
really
of that.
small wine glass.
Oh, crud, the small wine glass.
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass.
I left those fingerprints on that wine glass.
Yes, you did, even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice. Wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? That you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Oh shit, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Oh,
glasses!
you had another pair. Okay. I'm like, oh, jeez.
I will bill that to you, Mr. Wright.
Oh my god, her glasses just blew the fuck up. Order! Don't blow up any glasses!
Looks like you hit the glasses on the head this time.
I guess I did. I didn't know I had that power. What? What do you mean?
Like
I was
that time
distracted
I
by...
kept exploding in court.
I mean, did you see those fucking things? They blew up. I believe that guitar case plays a very important role
I
here.
have no idea how, but I agree. But it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty, though.
I don't think we could smuggle someone in the guitar case. But the guitar... The bright red guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all of your Presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Oh, wait, that's not right either. Phoenix, what the fuck? I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case...
Objection, Your Honor. This is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided...
Objection! Shut the fuck up! No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place.
Picture.
However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
Objection. If you are so sure, right, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything to do at all with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar was not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar was a... God damn it.
Objection, Judge. So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Oh, deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder?
What was inside this
Expressing low
case at the time of the murder? That's a wonderful question. The missing suicide note? I mean, is that part of suicide report? If that's the angle I want to go? Cause
well,
like,
you have, like...
I do, I'm just looking. It's either... Somehow the... No, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say somehow the suit, but Juan Corrida had the fucking guitar case, not Adrian Andrews, so... Then the suicide note would make sense.
The guitar case was inside the guitar case, obviously.
I think they could... Oh? And why would something like that be inside a guitar case, let alone this one?
It's only if the game likes what I have offered. Why, Mr. Wright? Why? Well, I just thought it might have been possible. Ah, they don't like that.
I have a suggestion. Why don't you put that void... Or rather, that in the void where your brain is supposed to be.
I didn't care for that. Yes, and never bring it out again, you fucking dumbass. Can't a foolishly foolish fool get some love?
You still think you can prove your theory, right? Can you prove that the guitar case was not empty at the time of the murder?
I'm gonna say yes.
No, you right.
Oh, nay. Okay, what the fuck? I feel like these objects I have don't make a lot of sense. Because the guitar case Juan Corrida had the whole time, so it's not like something Adrian Andrews would have like brought with her. Unless it just was, and I'm thinking about this wrong.
I think it was Juan's case.
So what the hell could Juan have had in it? That's not the missing suicide note.
Wait, go to the 16 note real quick.
This is just the ticket to the press conference. Unless Juan had a ticket to the press conference, but he was a part of the press conference? But why would that matter? Because if it's something Juan had, it implies that Adrian would have said, like, I want this.
We know Adrian wanted the suicide note. But that ticket's bothering me because we don't know why. Because Matt said words, and he was like, bro, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, lol.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, fine. Photo of the murder scene. Button came from the dude. The guitar chase was closed, though. It couldn't have been that. This is useless to me. It's not his autopsy report. It's not the knife that stabbed him. So it's either, I mean, by process of elimination of objects that could have been there, unless it's literally the newspaper clipping, but I'm pretty sure fucking Will Powers gave it to me, so.
Yeah, that's the. And why would something
it's looking bad. It's not looking good. Yeah. Yo, I'm confused.
Well, no, right. No, right.
That's okay. I'm just a little confused here. Like, there's not many objects that could have been in there.
I have hints that I could give, but I feel like anything that I say will spoil it.
I feel like it has to, because there's so few things that could be in there. So unless Juan had a copy of the fucking samurai costume, which doesn't make any sense to me, or just was holding on to the newspaper.
Wait, no, it does make sense though, because, well, it doesn't make sense for him to have that, but like
the costume being in there.
Matt Engard.
Yeah, Matt Engard fell asleep
in his costume. How do you get that off of him without?
So I've thought of
waking him up.
I've thought of that, but like, why would Juan Corita fucking have it? But I've got no other idea. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't get it. Like
I think the logic you were supposed to use to get here is that anything else could have just been hidden in like a bag.
Yeah, this one was just specific enough.
I guess. Just the fact that this is Juan's guitar case has me a little bamboozled that there's even a copy of the suit. But let's continue. This is a photograph! Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor. In this picture? It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is something. Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
Oh my god, why would Juan Corita own that? Mr. Wright, explain yourself! Ah!
Alright, are you saying the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
I was like, I just got my ass kicked a little bit, and I don't want to get it again. Like, I know. Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop.
That's me.
And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct? You mean this photo? God, that photo was taken like a piece of shit. I hated it. Order! Order! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume.
Objection. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt Engard.
See, this is what I was thinking, but...
Why would something of the defendants be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places?
True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. Oh, I don't know. What was the Nickel Samurai's costume doing inside the guitar case? It's gotta be a spare costume, because we've seen he was sleeping in it.
Like a log.
Like a log. Mr. Engard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewada Hotel? Yes, that is what I am saying. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought the spare to the ceremony on purpose.
Oh my god, I wonder why he would do that. Maybe there was 2 Nickel Samurais. But why? The victim, Mr. Korida, was the German ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? And therein lies the sticking point.
Objection! What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
Huh? No, I just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself! Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one?
No.
Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai's spare costume to the hotel was... Okay, profiles. My gut instinct is really telling me, because she told me to. I'm just gonna do a little peek-see before I hit the button on that. I almost just accidentally hit present on Maya. That would have been probably not the play.
Maya Fey.
Or the victim. Yeah, okay, the post-ceremony stuff is great and all, but if it's not because she told me to, maybe it has something to do with the press conference, but I think it's because she told me to. Because they're hanging out. Nope. Okay. Bad call.
Phoenix, what are you
Bad
doing?
call.
Are you
Bad
crazy?
call because she told me to. They were in a cahoots. Bad call. I've seen the evidence with gusto, just like you said.
I told you to present it with gusto, yes. But I seem to recall the sentence before that was, think carefully.
I was thinking. Shut the fuck up!
This one is pretty tough. I really think you should look carefully at the
Okay, I'll
court
look at the
record,
court record.
and then search through your memories. The answer's there. I know you'll find it.
Try again! Mine's the wrong evidence this time, you dumb motherfucker! Okay, so it's definitely evidence and not profiles, because they pretty much spelled that to me. Oh, it is the press conference ticket, because Matt on guard didn't fucking know. So they were gonna have Juan do it? I don't know why, but actually, no, that does make sense. I thought like it was like he'd be in costume and they say, surprise, you're doing something. No, actually that makes more sense. What is this? On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
What struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how could that be? The way I see it, that can mean only one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim! Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Oh my god. What the fuck would that? That just sounds boring. He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference. But why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt on guard. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case... I'm thinking really hard because that's not a confession, that's public disclosure.
Wow, he was really dramatic about that. Miss Andrews? Ah! I
I can
cannot
see
do the
why
judge
you
voice.
are pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Wow, I can't believe that. Those idiots are right. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up, so... And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You!
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix... well... was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway.
Oh no. He was gonna ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What? Oh god. Well, I wonder what that secret could be. Now I really want to know it. And do you know what the secret of Mr. On Gods is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Ah, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all.
Protect Mr. On Guard. And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us about the truth about the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
Protecting Matt.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. I'm Matt's manager, so I felt I had to protect him.
What a swerve. This does account for everything.
Well, I am the logical type.
We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit.
If the defense can find no fault in this testimony, I am ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright. Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. That's how scales work. You just flip them.
Flip him.
Hold it! Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If
Fuck.
you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things? White hat. White
Still.
cloak. Silk hat.
White. Black cloak. A
White
motive-
roses!
Fighting the circus in here. A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear.
You should have already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach that to us in school. At least not from what I remember.
May I continue now?
We're 2 games in. Hold
Kill.
it! So would you say this need came from speed and the press conference?
Need for speed? Well, yes. You know why Juan chose that event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt Guard.
And you knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
Yes. as I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume.
But I'm sure Mr. OnGuard himself didn't know anything about the press conference.
Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know about the press conference?
Anyway, the important thing here is that this information was not in your testimony. Yes, I agree. Miss Andrews, please correct your testimony if you please.
Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright? I know what his motive was, but I don't have any way to prove that I'm right.
So do we add? Oh, that just changed that line in the testimony, did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Had Mr. OnGuard done something to hurt or betray you personally?
He sucks. Why do you ask?
You were the one who helped Mr. Corrida with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring down Mr. OnGuard, yet you still helped out.
Objection! The person on trial right now is Mr. OnGuard Wright. What the witness was thinking, helping the victim with his plan, is none of our concern. In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill.
Why do I keep doing this to myself? The music dubstep for a second there.
It did.
But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. OnGuard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so you could cover for Mr. OnGuard?
I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time.
I keep trying, but I can find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however. The judge is glaring straight at Mia, not me. Oh.
He's glaring at you, smartass.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. You could hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
Then what about the button?
The button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight at the night, the killer ripped the button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the pleats of Matsukama. Isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright, you dumbass! Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
With an icy stare, yes.
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. And we've changed it like 8 times.
That button was torn off of Juan during his fight with Matt.
This is a long cross-examination all of a sudden. How do you know that?
When the ends of the threads on the button in the costume are matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly. Or so I heard.
I've heard that before, too. But why would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail?
Don't look at me like that. Just because I'm prepared and you're not.
Ugh. I thought I had her this time for sure. If there's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here. But where and what?
I'm Matt's manager, so I felt I had to protect him.
She hinted where I had to go, but anyway. What you really did was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst possible time.
Objection! Who's to say she really stabbed the guy in the back, as you put it?
This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. OnGuard at any time. Why then would she wait until there was a large audience before doing so? It's the same reason why Mr. Corrida planned such an elaborate conference. Miss Andrews wanted to cause Mr. OnGuard as much damage as she possibly could. The witness bears ill will towards the defendant.
Objection. This isn't the Phoenix Wright Wax Philosophical Power Hour.
Are you sure?
Please, stop slandering the witness.
I think it could be. As I expected, Miss Andrews' testimony seems pretty solid.
Really? Because to me it sounded a little wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy? Well, I guess we'll see if I press a little more. I hit all the buttons.
You should know this by now. But you'll need strong, decisive evidence to make her talk.
Got it, Chief. I'm gonna pin you down this time, Miss Andrews. The moment I saw it... Yeah, that was added. And... like Phoenix said, this is probably where it is. So I'm gonna take Phoenix for his word and look at this one first. The button was turned off while during this fight with Matt. I feel like we've talked about this before, so now I'm like going crazy. Because, like, I'm still in the thing that, like, did we forget that... So Miss her story is that Matt OnGuard walked into the room, fucking killed the fuck out of Juan Corrida, left, she went into the room, saw the body, said, time to dress up as the Nickel Samurai, and then walked out and got her photo taken by Lotta Hart. So using that photo probably is not worth anything because of that. The button was torn off wandering the favorite map.
Wait, what's on the right?
Oh, wait, no, it couldn't have been. It could not have been torn off during the fight with Matt. Because the button has the blood from the knife, right? That's what the... Yeah, the one that got the blood from the knife. And he was stabbed after he was strangled.
What do you say, Llama Hop?
I'm saying my logic is... yeah, strangled with... I'm gonna assume this is the right piece of evidence, though, to say that, because that is the order of events. The button just has the blood. But it might be focused on the blood. Yeah, I'm gonna... If my logic is not sound here, I'm gonna be shocked. I just am not 100% sure which one I'm clicking on. I'm gonna try the autopsy report first. Nice!
Nice.
Hey!
This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation?
Mediocre. The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died. What does that mean? Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume when?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Hello? Because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right.
Needing to voice something, just scream for their lines.
Alright, if the kidnapper calls, I'll let you know. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way that the button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body. Oh my god, this is fucking nuts. She's holding like a bar of soap, it looks like. Order! Order! What is the meaning?
Objection! What is the meaning of this right? So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? I said that really weird. What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve?
What purpose?
We now know this button was not turned off during the fight, so the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it? Mr. Wright, does this mean? Does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it? To pin the crime on Matt on guard. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard. There is no way anyone would put a bloody button in their own pants. That's right, Mr. On Guard was set up. By the real killer, of course. Wow, I wonder who that real person could be. That could be anyone. And the real murder is...
Murder?
Not the murderer.
Real murder.
Who is the real murderer? Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer, then? Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
The real killer, the person who planned the frame Mr. On Guard is... Dun 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 dun.
My fate.
Dun 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 dun. Miss Adrian Andrews. Hi. I choose you! What? You are Mr. Corridus Killer. It was at a whim!
Pokemon? What?
Fuck you! Oh my god, our Ross blew up again. I have a spare pair, I swear. Order! Mr. Wright! This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge? The judge is killing me today. Why did I put my water in an inconvenient spot? Why did I do that to myself? Any evidence?
Guitar case.
All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews.
How preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me.
I can't, can I? Would you care to test me?
Then what about this knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he already had been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. I hit the button too soon. Fuck your glasses!
My glasses again! Oh, okay. Then... What about the button that was found in Matsukama?
This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, Mr. On Guard was the real killer. There is no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama. Again?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My glasses again!
You have so many pairs, wow.
That was really what was in the guitar case.
The only person
All
who
of
could
Adrian's spare glasses.
The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's Hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you yet again, Miss Andrews. I see! What about the empty guitar case? That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. She really fucking sucks. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews.
No, I...
Running out of glasses.
I'm right, but Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right! It's wrong. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So the cat is here. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. Easy. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. Yeah, another one! To top it all off, there is this photo. Look at the destroyed glasses in the corner.
My destroyed glass. Oh, shit.
A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. On Guard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him.
Almost.
Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, You're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
Please stop. I ran out of glasses.
Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I've got her this time. I kind of feel bad. Miss Andrews? She got owned to oblivion.
I refuse. I refuse to testify.
Is that allowed? What was that?
There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
Is that a real thing? Yeah, it is a
Real
real
life,
thing.
yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah, I plead the fifth.
You're absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination by allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves. What? Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. I'm owned. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Onguard's room.
Adrian Andrews!
You should
That's
plead the
me.
fifth.
I'm here! I
Yes.
forgot I was here. Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood?
All right. The Constitution, the Bill of Rights.
That's it. That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things looked bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. There's still one thing you haven't done.
Something I haven't done?
What's wrong, right? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence?
Fuck. What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
What?
Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial.
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to prove or provide a single piece of definitive proof. Remember 1-5, right? You need that
Right.
proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Karuda.
Oh my god, well, guess I'll go home. Miss Andrews, you! Did you want to kill Mr. Corrida?
I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
No, she's taking that defiant attitude again. Mia, what should we do?
Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation.
Somehow it's Francisca Montarma's fault. I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid, definitive proof. But that's not true. In this situation, there is only one thing this court can do, and that is to declare a recess. Recess? I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter, and at tomorrow's trial.
Uh-oh.
Tomorrow? I'm fucked. We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Hold it, me, says I. But please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial. Please continue the trial.
What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please,
Please.
let the trial continue. Thank you. You know. Ha ha ha.
Fuck.
If I don't get the verdict, then Maya. But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is...
Objection. It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice.
How delicious was it?
Yeah, and I can't help but think of how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. God damn it, Edgeworth. You're so lame. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness.
Yes, that's true, but I thought I was going to go watch my shows.
I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know.
Nice rhyme. The court acknowledges the prosecution's
Thanks, I made it
request.
myself.
Miss Andrews, if you please. When I found the body...
Testifying again.
Again.
A glass of juice? I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't even cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he just fainted or something. So I went to pour him some juice.
That's a switch.
When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial.
Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
This is a long cross-examination.
Is it?
This is like the fourth one, I think.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you meant like this specific one. Yeah, this is a long section of trial. Hold it! But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right?
Of course not.
Then, who did you pour it for?
Mr. Wright, there is a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you? In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen. Precisely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
This got owned for no reason.
Double owned.
Double owned.
Mess.
So it was a mess? Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Corrida?
Objection. I understand your frustrations at not being able to prove your theory, however. Before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence.
Go find yourself some bitches.
Yeah, go find some bitches.
No
Rex.
evidence?
And then what did you see next with this? What was that?
Is it no evidence?
No evidence.
Slumped over.
Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. Really looked like he was sleeping.
Is it just me, or did that right there sound a little odd?
When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't even cross my mind.
Then what did cross your mind?
I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix. And then felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought.
I see, so you didn't think he was dead at all.
Not dead.
Yum yum.
I poured
You
red.
thought he fainted?
I thought he was asleep at first. But then, the room was in such a messy state, and I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone. And that's when you went to pour the glass of juice. Yes, he always has a hard time waking up. So Juan always has his glass of tomato juice to drink.
I see. And after that, what happened next?
Real dead.
Super dead. And how did you come to realize that he was in fact dead?
I shook him over and over, but I never got a response. So I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse. And I was shocked and staggered backwards and knocked the flower vase over. So that's what happened. Yes.
This is what it all comes down to.
Huh?
This is the absolute end for both sides. And Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix, now's our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case.
Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, you tell us the truth this time?
This is our best chance to kill the prosecution.
Mr. Wright, I forbid it, even if I sassed you all 6 days to Sunday.
Pick up all the broken glass off the floor and throw it right at Edgeworth.
No,
Ugh.
no, please, Your Honor.
My-
Those glasses.
My gut instinct is the literal knife sticking out of him.
Yeah, that's kind of sus.
He was slumped over with a knife. Like... This was the one that Phoenix said, that's a little weird. So I guess I will try this one first, but I could definitely see it being that one, because I didn't think he was dead.
May I make a recommendation?
Please do.
Don't do that statement.
What about this one? We'll take a look. I thought he was faint. Wow, there's a lot of things where I could just say, look, there's a knife. Yeah, well, this one specifically, it didn't cross my mind that he could possibly be dead. Yeah, it seems unrealistic that he had a knife sticking out of his chest.
Yep.
So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
I'm doing better than usual right now. I had that hang up with the guitar case, but even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body, a fucking knife.
Knife.
Ah!
What is the meaning of this? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Corrida's chest. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that here was a dead man.
Well, you see,
I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted, and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink. Your point is? Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. Fuck you, yeah, another one, and your lie has proven one thing very clearly. You need new glasses. That you are the real killer. You got him.
no!
Damn. It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. Wait, what? The defendant, Mr. Matt on God, is not guilty after all.
You won. No, that's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan.
But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify.
This kind of fucking sucks. What are we doing? Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt on God's innocence has been clearly demonstrated. Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? It's a little early.
Wrong,
I
Phoenix.
don't know, it's like day 1. Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt on God.
Oh,
Fuck!
Your Honor. The prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
I mean, shit, what you fucking want, Wedgeworth, you dumb bitch? The absolute real truth. What are you?
Witness, don't you understand yet? Huh? I don't know who planted the silly idea in your head, Francisca, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt on guard will go free, and in his place, slam, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie. I don't believe you. What?
What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would have been all over and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Francisca von Karma.
She's currently shot. Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrew lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
Then right now, Miss Andrews is...
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt on guard will be acquitted. Miss Andrew undyingly believes in those words right now, and is clinging onto them.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get our not guilty. That is my only priority.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Please, someone help me.
Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor? The court can't continue on like this, therefore I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this.
I'm thinking. I'm doing a little
You
thinking.
certainly are.
Okay.
Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there. Right?
Come now. What will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell. What does that mean?
You have two choices here, Freem. Are you gonna save Maya? Or are you gonna force Andrews to testify?
Well, if you force her to testify, then, like, that's not a game over. Right? Because she could just say more fucking bullshit. Like, that's not a guaranteed L. Request not guilty verdict seems... I mean, it seems like a W, but the game it seems to very, like, be elbowing me like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this yet. So, I'm gonna pick the option that gives me more game to play. That's what I will trust with my meta brain.
We sure about that? Oh.
No, I hit the button. I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I hit the save button. If I can't be sure about it, I'll fix it. I can't bring myself to do it like this, not when she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing? Sure, Mr. Ongar would get an acquittal, but in his place, he would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end?
Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know if it mattered. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong. What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However...
Was that choice just a wash that you stressed me out on for no reason? Because it
I'm
sounds
guilty,
like
yeah,
it sounds like that
was,
choice
yeah.
was a wash.
It was, yeah.
Lol.
I'm sorry, Free.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop.
M! Mr. Edgeworth!
This witness, how should I put this? She has an
Oh,
illness.
fuck.
What?
I'm glad I didn't have to do it.
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Stop. Please stop. No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. Slams his evidence down. That's...
That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report. I should have thought of some different words there. Thesaurus
What
next
you
time.
do now,
Phoenix.
witness. You know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world.
Please stop. I beg you. If people find out, I'll... If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
God damn. Edgeworth, how could he be so cold?
However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk, but please, help me. Nothing matters anymore. My crime.
God, this is a long session of trial.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, that's when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a mad dash back to Matt's room. Then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume.
Well, that complicates matters if true. Stab the body with the knife! But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious to pin the blame on a certain person? A certain cowardly man.
What? What do you mean by all of this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but... this is the truth. The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
What the fuck? Last time?
So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corda, in the chest with the knife. I was gonna say in the knife with the chest. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime.
I don't even know what we're doing here anymore. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
I'm sad.
Okay. Hold it! But you could tell from the state that the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck. That scarf is a part of the Jam and Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice and...
What is this plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan was gonna expose Matt's weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
Mad Dash. That was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Picture. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. Fucking... I'm sorry, this like half the size is getting me. I slipped
You're so
on-
tiny.
She is so tiny. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. Stab.
Big stab. So you were the one to stab the victim with the knife.
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Unguard's Akama. Yeah, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they?
An inconvenience?
There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta.
Damn tootin'! There was also a woman with the ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
That's a normal thing. That's Miss Oldbag for you. I don't even know what she said in that box of hers.
I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again.
Hold it. You were the one who prepared the costume, weren't you?
Yeah, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. You did this on preparation for the press conference, correct? Yeah. Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was gonna disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is this secret?
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So, after that, you went back to Mr. On God's room and planted the button.
Into Matt's Akama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out the hotel and got rid of it.
My word! What does all this mean?
Mr. Etchworth isn't. Real criminal is Matt and Guard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
Francisca, huh?
She said that I should under no circumstances confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I I had no choice but to believe in her words.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer. Fuck. Wait, Your Honor. The defense still...
Objection. Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything.
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright. It's kind of fucking creepy. But... Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today. I made you think about it. Holy shit, that was funny.
It's gone.
I'm out of here.
Gone.
That's my chair.
Oh.
He's
Gone.
mentally away. Today's trial. It's over. I didn't win an acquittal. I'm fucked.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth?
What is it? Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. That card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now, because you keep showing it like every 5 seconds. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright, I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day.
The room?
That day. Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him.
You found that card next to the victim's body?
I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Yeah, I guess not. But it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why.
Hold it! Witness, that card, give it to me, hurry!
Edgeworth?
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly, yet inadvertently done? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. I didn't mean to.
What is this all about?
I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. He must hate the seashells. That card, what in the world is it? What does it mean? To be continued. My ass. I'm playing the game. Man, it's a good thing Maya broke out of jail, I think.
Sorry for scaring you, Freem, during that very...
Anyway, in an ideal world, I finish investigation, and then next stream we'd do whatever the other trial is. But I guess that this is the longest investigation of the man. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
There, Pearls.
I can't take it anymore.
Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. OnGuard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up, we don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. Wish that dude would just call me.
You're right. You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am.
Yes, that's right. So, What?
Hey, you guys. Glad I caught up with you, pal.
I didn't know Gumshoe was allowed to be in here.
I didn't know I was allowed to be in here either.
Oh, Mr. Scruffy Detective, you're allowed in here.
Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now.
It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal.
But we're kind of busy right now.
Well, too fucking bad. I'm
Look-
standing in your office and
look
I'm
at my badge.
breathing.
Look, it's my attorney's badge. Yeah!
Yay, we got him, boys.
Oh, it's a little tarnished, don't you think, pal? Don't worry, I'll make it all sparkly shiny again.
I'm really touched.
Thank you, Gumshoe.
I apparently have badge polishing materials on my person right now.
Okay, so what are you going to do from now on?
What do you mean, pal?
Well, you've been fired, right? So do you have a new job lined up yet?
Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday.
What are you talking about? You don't have another payday! Oh no.
I guess
Oh.
that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal.
What?
Gumshoe.
Say what?
You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Onguard's innocence all day, right?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
Uh-huh. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish?
Instant noodles, pal.
Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods?
That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
He said that? That's horrible.
Yeah, you were in the room, remember?
No.
I was.
Gumshoe just doesn't fucking, like, realize that's how that works.
But because of him doing that, we got the truth, finally.
The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony, I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there was something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing.
You mean about that thing, pal?
Why would she want to... No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Onguard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day.
Then you're saying that testimony was a lie?
Not a lie per se, it just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. And that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
Transformers?
Yeah, like Transformers, Gumshoe.
I love Transformers. That's such a dirty trick.
Surprised you know what that is.
Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Francisca von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition?
No.
Wasn't she shot this morning, complete with that sound effect I just made?
How'd you do that with your mouth, pal?
Just some great sound effects.
Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol. Pal.
But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but...
Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital.
Which one?
What? Are you going to go visit her, pal?
No, well, I was kind of thinking about it.
Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal.
let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick. I can't
What
believe
the
I said that.
hell?
No, I'm definitely not going.
Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hottie
Oh
Clinic.
no.
Oh,
That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi, except for when it literally hurts. Is that fucking asshole actually gonna be there again?
well,
I have everywhere.
yeah. Whoa, you have a lot of places
I
to
do.
go.
I'll start here because I don't really want to backtrack to everywhere else first, but I never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Fuck!
Yeah, please, you're the visitor patient. The old voice took too long. I'm not gonna fucking do it again. It also hurt my
hi.
throat.
I'm
Wait
sorry.
a second, you're...
I have more important things to do than waste my fucking time with this character. Yes, I'm Dr. Director Hottie.
Why are you still here?
Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes.
Not every character to bring back? Director Haughty. Oh, Edgeworth.
Director Haughty. I'm here. Why the
Edgeworth?
fuck am I here?
Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it?
Director Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma?
You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because, you see, I'm personally taking very good care of her. Yes. Yes. And that thing, that surgery, it went well.
You have my gratitude. Edgeworth, you fucking
Looks like Edgeworth
dumbass.
doesn't know about this director and his secret.
You look so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. Well, I understand. Yes. Her opponent was a gun, after all. And when I snuck up on her real secret, like, she would scream really loud. Yes.
I don't like it.
I don't either. I see.
But she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip.
Well, at least he gets...
Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I could get used to it.
Thank
He's
God.
dead!
Go back to your room. You're so mean. Oh, so mean, my frisky Friska. Well, let's go. Okay. Time for my IV drops. Yes.
Thank you, Von Karma.
And what are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have come here. Hey, Francisca, check out my badge. I guess that's all I get.
Badge of the day, apparently.
God damn. The shooting, the deal.
Deal or no deal?
I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. It's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning.
But that would just been too much for you.
There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know.
Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, almost to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case.
It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you in that irresponsible deal you made.
I think I know what deal he's referring to.
The deal?
Miss Von Karma. You made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. OnGuard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal?
You're denying it?
Looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would be already over.
All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime?
That isn't my problem. Whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I have only one objective: to find OnGuard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means.
Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then On Guard will be found guilty.
And what does this have to do with me?
Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end, and also because I really kind of went ham on it.
That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all.
But you had to know she was... Ow! Why didn't you keep the whip?
I think visiting hours here are about over. So if you'll excuse me.
What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off?
Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Hi, Edgeworth. Edgeworth?
Me.
Not
Yeah,
like
tell
Now
me.
that
I'm
badge.
right.
No.
I'm in charge of the case. I won't take evidence because you can't have any clues or
Sure,
evidence.
hard-nosed. Totally different from Detective Gumshoe. Also, it's my badge.
And that is why he was fired.
It's got a point. Unfortunately. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? It was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far...
But you wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural.
Let's talk about that card. By the way, Edgeworth,
I'll be right back.
you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you.
I'm mad. Witness that card. Give it to me. Hurry.
He's super pissed.
I'm pissed. You're stupid. Inadvertently stupid. What have you done? This... You hid this from me all this time. I can't believe it.
That card, what in the world is it?
You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this.
Okay.
The Special Investigations Team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it.
I understand.
Task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelly the Killer. That's such a stupid
yeah.
name.
Well, there it is, yeah.
Just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, and the best at that.
An assassin? An assassin? An assassin? So who is this Shelly the Killer?
Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. What? Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name.
The assassin bloodline. So because his
Assassin's
professional name is
Assassin's Creed.
because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them?
He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims.
Okay, so we know who the killer is.
Why would he do something like that?
Okay.
Back.
Welcome back. We think it's part of a duty to his clients.
His duty?
If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients.
I see.
The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a mortal conscience.
I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case?
It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it. Wouldn't you agree?
Shelly the Killer, huh? But speaking of...
I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter?
I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want?
An acquittal.
I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow.
God, you can just do that?
I'm Edgeworth, motherfucker. Of course I can. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Fuck you.
Mr. Nick...
He did that suicide thing. I'm assuming I'm so mad about that. There's no way you could find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on.
Right, are you still pissed at me?
A little. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way.
Right. Listen, you need to know something. Juan Corrido was killed by Shelly the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt Engard, your own client.
Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that.
I see. Well, I took a while, but if you want to continue your investigation, you'll need this.
I forgot what pocket it was in.
I wasn't sure if it was my suit pocket, my jacket pocket, or my vest pocket, or my other suit pocket. I have a lot of pockets. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. I wasn't fucking joking about that. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. Miles Edgeworth doesn't fuck around, I guess. Mr. Nick? Do you think Mr. Engard hired an assassin?
No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya. Please, all I ask is you make it home, safe and sound. Is this another meanwhile at whatever the fuck she's doing? Yes, it is. Well, I thought she fucking broke out last time, so I guess she did a real shit job with that. Yeah.
I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy.
She broke out, then re-kidnapped herself, I guess.
Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up. Like how Nick does it with everything in court.
Okay.
Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just
Oh,
found.
back in time. Okay. Or future in time.
Sounds like I just got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around.
I am going to run to the bathroom super quick, and then I will run to the mystery zone.
Same here. I'll be back.
One sec.
Sounds good.
Someone's in the bathroom. I'm gonna have to try that again in a couple minutes. I got owned. Now the cat heard me. Oh no.
The cat.
Well, I guess we'll just go to the mystery zone right off the bat, unless, you know, Edgeworth shows up in the fucking Maya's dungeon. Unknown o'clock.
What is this place?
It's got a cat door.
I got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here.
And there's stuff here, like a bear.
That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. It's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something.
photo.
There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste."
What the fuck is going on?
This could be a clue.
What the fuck?
Oh, hey, it's a computer. Never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat! There goes my plan to use this to somehow get out of here.
Oh, new locale.
What is this thing? An antenna? I guess? And this is the VCR. Sure are a lot of electronic gadgets there. What's an antenna doing here? Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now where's the power button? Louie, it's busted. I would so die a Happy Samurai fan. If I ever got to see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered.
Or Maya.
Or Maya. Lock. Of course. It doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. A little hole at the bottom of the door. That was a little skinnier. And maybe I'd be able to crawl through here.
Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will.
Okay, so like obviously it's him, but like what if it was just like Lotta Hart or something like that?
Oh,
Like-
they simply will not do.
Like the case really just took a weird swerve.
It's me the whole time, Mr.
There he is.
It seems that your Mr. Right is truly concerned about you.
He is?
For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you.
Ways? You mean...
Dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct?
Dad?
I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin.
No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin?
People are not always who they appear to be.
Nick!
Well,
And we're back.
I hope nothing weird happened.
Mr. Nick.
Oh yes, pearls? I caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation. Like what happened if she found a giant TV?
She found a giant TV.
I don't know, I'm just
Mr.
thinking about
Etchford.
it.
Wow, you have a very active imagination. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Hungard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
I could go... Oh, hi, Gumshoe. I forgot you were...
Hello again.
I forgot you lived
Can I be your
here.
secretary yet?
Do you think he's been laughing like this the entire time?
He's just thinking
I
some
think
funny
so.
jokes. I also
He's
had a...
just sitting there thinking about all the instant noodles.
Hey,
he's
Matt
gonna be like,
Hungard, you didn't hire any assassins, did you? Oh. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are...
visiting hours are over for the day.
Oh, I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the...
Yeah, Mr. Right, you say. Oh yeah, there's a message here for you.
A message?
I'm a ghost.
It's from Matt on guard. Here you are.
What did he write? Is it something really important?
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Ah, my phone. Oh, Mr. Right. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright?
Stu. Kid named Stu.
Shoot.
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed this cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Please feed my cat. Client's request is a request. Guess let's go check up on his cat. Yo, cat check. Hi, Gumshoe. I guess I have to go to the hotel. Guess I'll see what's here first, and then I'll go feed.
I bet it's your favorite character. Oh. Alright now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake.
You shall not pass!
That's the most likely outcome. Yeah. Miss Oldbag!
They value my name and turn it into a cat. You were spiky-headed father. Because of you, I've been again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Eddie Boy, just as he practiced. But I really want to I wanted Eddie to turn it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. You really want me to turn this whole down.
Oh no.
I think I actually did a decent job that time.
you
She
did.
fucking died.
This is Soul Bag.
Keep your hands off of me. This helmet is airtight. No airs gets in and no airs gets out.
Oh. Why do you keep putting it on?
Don't think you can get me to move, you silly question. You're going out to the pee-pee if you want to get by.
I'm not hearing this. Here's my note that lets
With the
me
badge, though.
Could you
Oh,
please take a
goddammit.
look at this?
Sorry, Sonny. I can't see it very well through this helmet.
Looks like the only way I'm gonna get any investigating done is to first do something about this kooky alien.
Do not look in your eyes. You stop thinking I'm an alien from outer space this instant.
Yeah, one sec. Edgeworth. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth? Miss Oldbag, if you would look at...
Let me look at this worthless piece of...
Edgy poo.
Ugh, is that her perfume? Ferome d'Amour I smell?
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
I saw you, Nikos.
Yours truly?
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand? I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook.
Thanks, Miss Oldbag. Oh,
Thank you,
it looks
Oldbag.
like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow!
Slap.
Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay.
What? What? What now?
One little thing before I forget. You can't go into On Guard's room today.
Why?
The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer.
Something very low. Put in there and you'll face the rest of Wendy Oldbag.
Okay.
And she's gone.
Goodbye, Wendy Oldbag. Oh, yeah, you-
that's Matt on guard. We got back to the cab. We're like in a hotel phase right now.
Hotel land.
Looks like we're the only ones here.
And yet, the hotel still seems so busy somehow.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. Somehow, our worst pun yet. I mean, I guess it's his job, so... How are
Oh,
you
hey.
allowed in here?
Hey, city boy! I'm
Well,
allowed here
Lotta,
because I'm
we're
a lot of heart.
still here.
Reckon course. An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But do you have a camera? Oh, Rick given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real I was gonna say potato. Bro, you know.
A real potato.
Real potato. So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief?
Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Check out my badge. Nope. Would you please take a look at this?
Nope, sorry, no can do. The only thing I want to see is a steaming hand towel.
What? A steaming hand towel?
Need one for my eyes. Today just ain't a good day for my eyes to be looking at stuff.
How convenient. Maybe I'll have to use that one next time you show me something. Discuss. I want to ask you about the night of the murder.
Oh, what? Y'all really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got?
Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not?
Oh, well, kinda, but
Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? I followed a few stars around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them, too.
Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night.
The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either.
I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. Scandal. So about the note that was inside your camera case.
Oh, that ditty I wrote.
Yeah, can I believe what you've written?
The stuff about a guard showing his manager lady into corridor?
Yeah.
Nah, well, I reckon you best not be believing that.
What?
Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a whole lot of random bull-dooders. Bull-dooders.
Bull-dooders.
Bull-dooders. Hey, what's with y'all? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? That's very specific. Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too, or am I just shrinking here?
No words.
Oh, my baby! My 1600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? That guy told me it was for evidence and refused to give it back to me.
Well, that's kind of how it is.
Hey, now you're that redcoat's friend, aren't you? So put in a good words for me and get me back my camera.
You want me to do what?
Oh, listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back.
Why don't you do your own dirty work?
I'm lazy. Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. See you later, Phoenix. Goodbye. A tabloid photographer without a camera. It's just a tabloid, huh? Love later.
Yeah, I guess so.
Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Oh, goody.
Okay, I'll see you then.
And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure
Would you please just leave already?
Okay.
I'm not allowed on guard.
Really getting
room.
every-
I'm going back to the bear room.
Bear room.
Bear room. Was there a laptop on the table before? Who in the world is this character?
Oong.
Who is the Oong?
Mr. Nick!
What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning?
I hate evil ghosts!
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? What?
Excuse me? What's who you're calling a demon, boy?
You're still here? Zoinks, it's the alien!
What's who you're calling an alien?
Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here?
What is wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. I'm still here.
I'm not showing you my badge. You have nothing to say about it. I've learned.
You're a bitch.
She just called you a bitch.
Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time.
I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face.
With that imbecilic look on her face. Oh, okay, got it.
Now, hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me something better than that.
Oh, alright.
Now I've seen everything.
But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
Memories of Corrida. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Corrida.
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts, in my book.
But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. OnGuard.
Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know? But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Just look at all this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him.
Yeah, the mountain is pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick?
What is it, Pearls?
The presents, they're all bears, right?
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. Let's talk about bears. All of Mr. Corrida's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Well, that's because you can't think of Juan without thinking about bears.
Bears? Why bears?
You don't know. When my dear Juan was training, he fought bare-handed with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends.
What?
Wow! What a heartwarming story!
Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out. Down by a river going, heh, you sure can fight. You too, Bob. You too.
Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, Bob.
What a load of crock!
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah, nice. Bears. Is there new stuff added on the table, or am I going absolutely bonkers?
Tomato juice.
Is there a laptop here before?
I'm pretty sure everything in here is the same as it was before.
It's so messy here.
Gross
I
really
might
likes
be
it.
crazy,
Tidy. I remember
but
this. No, this
I'm really
dialogue's the
sure.
same. Yeah. We're gonna talk about watches. Yeah. And she's gonna say, "I'm not that stupid. You stupid."
Mr. Wright, I'm not that fucking dumb!
Ah. Okay. Yeah.
Tomato juice.
All right, check my badge. Nope.
I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you.
Ugh, she's clamming up like the old clam she is. This is the same dialogue as yesterday.
Oh, please.
She's gonna say
anything
her
would
memories.
help.
She's gonna say it.
How about I tell you my measurements?
Shut up.
I'm going to blast you with my fucking ray gun of death.
Well, What am I doing? Maybe we'll feed Matt Ongard's cat at any given time.
Can't wait for us to meet the new character, Matt Ungard's cat, named Shu.
Ongard Mansion.
Oh.
Sure is dark.
I'll go turn on a light.
What?
Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shu, the kitty cat. Why is there a fucking motorcycle? Shu!
Cat found.
Cat.
Oh, so I guess this is Shu.
Ah, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shu. Teehee.
The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me, I'm the shoe man.
Whoa, hello, I'm on screen.
Whoa, it's Gak.
Pardon me.
That's not a good look.
May I help you with something, Mr.
Oh, that's a really bad look. Oh, that's a terrible look. Oh no. I see the cat door in the corner again. Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Ongard's lawyer.
The masters. Then you must be Mr. Right.
Yes.
Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe.
Oh,
My
okay.
name is not Shelly the Killer, don't even ask.
Nice to meet you. Why would he ask me to go to his house?
I don't know, but it
could...
seems like you can finally present your badge.
I can present my badge. I'm gonna see if I can use the bathroom for real this time, because I failed last time. One sec.
We're just gonna look at John Doe here.
Look, it's
That
John
is
Doe,
my
guys.
name. My name is John Doe.
Dang, Plaxton, you're John Doe.
I'm John Doe, not to be confused with John Deere.
Oh man.
It's
John
really
Doe.
funny that like most characters have like a blinking animation, but not him. So he's just completely like static.
Just a fucking standing PNG.
I am a PNG, Mr.
Like
Right.
even
You cannot
Grossberg
possibly
moves.
compare with my elegance.
Even Grossberg has a fucking like mustache twitch.
Llama! He's just standing there, menacingly.
Oh shit!
What? Is that Maya? Maya!
Pay no attention to the strange voices coming from the TV room.
Oh, wait, there's a TV room. How big's the TV?
Very big, but you will not get to see it.
I want to watch Ghostbusters.
The TV is for Nickel Samurai viewing only.
I hate that guy. He's not kids' masterpiece theater. Curse you, standing JPEG John Doe.
This is quite absolutely the worst look Matt Ongard could possibly have right now. Because
From
Ryan.
my perspective, yes.
because like, if that's the same cat door that Maya was in 2 seconds ago, that means the picture of Celeste, the suicide victim who's related to this case, belongs to Matt Ongard. Also. Anyway.
We appreciate how John Doe does not blink or move.
He's definitely probably not related to anyone else we've seen. Checking my badge? I was wondering if you wouldn't mind taking a look at this.
I'm afraid I cannot offer up anything special about it. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of evidence for such a marvelous trial that he has no connection to whatsoever.
Polite yet snotty with a touch of rude. He's a stereotypical butler, alright. I don't know why. We'll discuss. Let's look around first at this nightmare.
Motorcycle. Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here.
It's actually a fireplace.
Oh, how are they different, Mr. Nick?
You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it.
You should come and visit Fame Manor then. I'll show you one when you do.
Have you ever played Hearthstone, pal?
I
Gumshoe.
love Hearthstone. I'm S-tier in that game.
It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? Ugh, what is with me and feeling inferior today?
Huh?
Oh, thank you, Pearls. Anyway,
Whoa! Giant bicycles flying through the air! I'm gonna beat it up.
that bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal, and it moves on its own.
Really? Wow!
But sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly.
But, oh, that's too bad. Why is it fucking up there? Hey, there's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick.
I bet it's for Mr. OnGuard's cat to use.
Oh, you mean shoe?
The door, it's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. This is highly unfortunate.
Ah, there are masks here.
Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo.
Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. There's another door over here there.
You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick. It's not like we have important things to find
Yeah,
here.
it's Pearls. I don't know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around.
Oh, the irony.
This is an unfortunate situation. Hi! Matt OnGuard, John Doe, shoo. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. OnGuard, right?
Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder.
And, anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs.
How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence?
Well, sir, I would have to say about 1 year.
And, anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs.
You know, I would have thought Mr. OnGuard the kind to have a maid over a butler. That's a very cute cat you've got here.
It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies you.
Weird that I was called here. And, anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat.
Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Goodbye, Matt Snow.
Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now.
Oh, but we should probably get going ourselves.
Ah, so young and yet already so accomplished. A master of law.
But there's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all.
Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be.
That's a really weird thing for you to say, but okay.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to be exactly who I appear to be.
Thank you, Shu. Wow, what a very okay visit where nothing is going wrong.
You did it. You helped Matt.
Yay. What am I doing in the hotel? Old Bag is still there, but I don't actually know what I'm doing, if anything, with her. I feel like something should have happened.
Well,
Never mind.
I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock.
What is that infernal racket?
One of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
Ugh, that startled me. I thought I was going to die for a second.
8 p.m.? Oh no! That's the time when the awards ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony.
Beep, 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 beep.
The transceiver. Hello? Hello?
This is not a phone.
Well, you sound very familiar. Maya, how's Maya? You haven't heard her, have you?
It seems you were not able to fulfill and bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. Though it would seem my present did you no good.
No! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please.
I suppose if I must.
Oh, I'm glad that worked.
I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all.
Please. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright.
All right. Then a little. Who is?
What is with the
messing
static
with
all
my-
of a sudden? Hello? Hello?
It seems bad.
Bad,
Bad.
You in a tunnel?
bad.
Connect.
Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break?
Excuse me.
What the fuck?
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. Wait, no one? Hello, old bag. Are you an electronics expert? Yo, check out my transceiver. Aw,
Then you say the delinquents.
damn. She does not know how to
Please!
do that.
Don't say something cringe!
How about I show you my ray gun?
No, don't do that.
Ah! How about I blast you with lasers?
Goodbye.
No! Sans Undertale!
I will not get blasted by lasers. I haven't been here.
Wow, everyone looks really busy with something or another.
They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Alright, hurry up with that. We pass the victims list around. You gotta be kidding.
kidding!
Oh.
over 100 people in there! Mr. Nick? Is Mr. Angard really that big and bad of a criminal?
Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Let's see if that...
Hey, welcome back, pal.
Ah,
I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner.
excellent. That's nice. Thanks.
A rich man's luxurious full meal. Out of a can, that is.
I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat.
Oh, looks like you don't have a can opener, pal.
You've got to be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up.
Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead.
Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Well, none of that. Hey, check out my transceiver.
The transceiver?
Oh, Mr. Nick! You should ask Mr. Scruffy about that thing!
What thing?
Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden.
It broke, pal?
When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this.
I don't hear any static, pal.
Huh?
Maybe it fixed itself.
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal.
Electromagnetic interference? Talk to me about it.
EF disruptor.
So what is electromagnetic interference?
It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal.
Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right?
Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird.
Yes, the TV does do that. So that's what you're talking about.
She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this.
So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened, there's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something.
Ah!
Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Corrida's room, the scene of the murder.
Oh.
What? That's it. I'm going to sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal?
Oh, wait, Gumshoe!
Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
He's fucking going.
Wow, look at him go.
It's
We
really
should be going
fast.
too, Mr. Nick. Yeah!
Alright, let's go!
I got fired, but I'm ready to get back to work.
Good for him. He's got that grind.
Grind the mindset.
And we're back.
Alright, you're finally here, pal.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the bug sweeper?
Oh, well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak him out, and suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So, yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers.
What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item!
Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow! So this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little broken.
Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal.
Oh? By who?
Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Wow, your heart and soul.
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's going to beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Oh, well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal?
I'm getting that sinking feeling again.
Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other, there's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
We're gonna find it, right?
Right. Now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough looky-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock onto it.
Enter.
Let's enter.
It's a button.
Press enter.
Press the button. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? I'd recommend starting with the tomato juice. Alright, anyway, I'm going to go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal?
Oh, look at the. So anything that's like, yo, so it'll go like crazy here because it's the radio. Yeah.
Wow, the radio is on and playing something. Oh, it's Kids Question Corner! Professor, why is the Earth round? Yeah. Why is it, Mr. Nick?
Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? A suspicious bear.
Ah, what a lovely bear.
Angry bear. Oh no! Ah! This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots.
It's a robot. It's a real robot.
Yeah, it's a real one.
Mr. Nick. Oh,
Yes?
how many horsepowers is it? How many horsies?
Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so, Mysteries remote. A cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here.
A cell phone?
What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is.
I'm sorry, I've never seen one before.
Now she mentions it. My cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Crane Village. And Pearls has never lived outside of that village, so... Well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. Let me put the bug sweeper on this cat. TV. I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places.
Oh, looks like the TV was left on and now it's showing a cat.
Wow.
Samurai movie.
Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies as well as domestic ones.
You know, every time I watch one of those old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to study Japanese.
Or whatever country we're in.
Wall.
I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream.
I love Japanifornia.
I love Japanifornia.
There's a lot of stuff here.
Oh, what's this?
It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo.
Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick?
That's what it seems like.
But I want to grow bigger and bigger.
Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat too. Laptop. There's no listening device in this notebook computer, huh?
What's a notebook computer?
Do you know what a notebook is?
Yeah, it's a small book with paper that you can write on. So?
Well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop.
Mr. Nick, what's a laptop?
No answer. Alarm clock there. Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock.
What's wrong? Why did you look troubled?
I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago.
Oh. Oh.
Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. I get that.
Thanks for getting traumatized.
Game.
Wow, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in here.
Looks like it's
I
been on
couldn't
keep
resist.
warm all this time since the murder.
Well, Mr. Scruffy Detective always says, got to keep the trail and crime scene warm.
I think the keep warm in that case is a little more metaphorical.
Oh, the water in this hot water pot has run out. I'll go get more water for it.
Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device.
What's this? It sort of looks like a hot water pot, but...
Oh, well, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out.
Really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of?
I don't think there's anything like that, Pearls. Sorry.
It's called a juicer, Phoenix, right? You fucking moron.
I think I've looked at all the actual electronics, and now I'm seeing if one of these bears is like a fraud. You're...
Just make sure you're like giving.
I'm giving what?
Fair. Make sure you're like not moving too fast.
Oh, okay. Oh, big boy. Oh, big boy's a little sus.
Oh, big boy's very sus. Oh, this is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right?
I just say that because you move by it so fast.
Fair.
It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Gumshoe.
Alright, so, did you find it yet? The listening device, I mean.
No, not yet, but the spare's eye is...
Let's see, let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal.
Big bear.
Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got.
Ah, no! No, you can't! Such a violent act.
Oh no.
Oh.
No!
That's...
A miniature camera. And it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer.
Oh, what emitter?
A transmitter, pal.
Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff?
Yeah, more to talk about. This tiny thing is a camera?
Yep. Pinhole CCD camera, pal. The small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems.
So it's a video camera.
It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set.
But there's no videotape in this camera.
This is only the camera part here, pal. A tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder.
So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right.
Spy cameras. Record the victims for... So what is a transmitter?
It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal.
It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing.
Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
Oh, you can set it for a certain time.
Yep. Let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour.
8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended.
There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Oh, that's why we have...
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe...
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape.
What?
And if you think about the angle the bear is at, bound to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
Yo.
So there was a camera in the spare's eye.
It was disguised as a present.
And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind.
But who gave Mr. Corrida this present?
I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there has got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Is there really no way to find out?
I got it.
What?
Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go around to the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this.
But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m.
Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal.
What a guy.
Don't you?
Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire again, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
There he goes.
Whoa, there he goes, and
I
he's
shouldn't do
gone.
that voice this late at night.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man.
I am very determined to get through this investigation. Unless there's like 3 hours more.
He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. I think that's
Edgeworth? That
Edgeworth?
sounds like
Okay.
Edgeworth.
It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? It took me a while. You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now.
Edgeworth, what are you doing here?
A rescue team has been created and deployed.
What the fuck?
Not kidding. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward. One step at a time.
I see. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. We still have yet to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside the stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, right?
Hmm?
Do you know the stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here.
What?
The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different.
Bear art?
Bear Ark. By tracking how it got into this country, the bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can he really?
Well, I guess so.
It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it on time. I'll be taking this for now.
You taking the whole
entire
ass bear?
I'm sure you have other things you have to do. I just took the whole bear.
Snatched up by Edgeworth.
See you soon, right? Oh, jeez, why did I agree to this? It's heavy.
Still there. Wait! What bear did you take?
What?
Why are you doing this?
I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida?
The real killer.
You really still think it was Adrian Andrews?
To be honest, I don't know anymore.
You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. This damn bear.
Juan Corrida's real killer. Miss Andrews passed. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Mr. On Guard. And This card. Shelly the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Wait, is my investigation cut in half?
Yes.
Oh no, it's that long.
Congratulations, you're at maybe the halfway point of the investigation.
Oh shit, well I guess we're done for today.
So what do you think?
I did not think that investigation would be so long. Hot damn.
It's a big deal.
It is a big
There's a
deal.
lot going on.
Big bear.
Big bear.
It's a big bear.
Huge bear.
Shoot, I was hoping the investigation would be done so I could do the whole trial next time.
Negative.
Now I'm
It's
gonna
a
have to do
pretty-
multiple streams.
It's a pretty meaty trial, or a meaty case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be continued for the people. The Matt Onguard mansion is not looking too good. I do not know why I would be told to feed his cat.
Because you had to feed the cat.
But-
would you leave
But
your
the
cat
but the
to not be
the
fed?
butler John Doe was there, and no one
My
else.
name is John Doe, Mr. Wright. It is nothing else. Don't worry about it. Get out of the house. Goodbye.
Like, why didn't he feed the cat?
It's not for a lowly servant to feed this house cat
There's
of
a
the
lot of shit going
master.
on. There's a lot of wacky tobacco going on. Well, we'll find out.
I gotta ask though, Freem, do
Yeah.
you think Adrian Andrews did it?
No.
Damn.
Although I think objectively, Shelly the Killer did it. Um,
I see.
as there is an assassin's calling card found at the scene of the crime. So, that makes the
Well-
most sense.
It's a good thing that wasn't John Doe, our friendly butler.
Yeah.
It was not me, Mr. Wright. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm not. Well, next Monday we'll do more investigation. And see what happens. Da 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 da.
And then Freem can finally say,
Da-da-da-da-da.
What can
farewell, my turn about.
Nice.